my life as well. It just wasn't contained in Toastmasters. It actually spilled over into my work life, and it spilled over into my personal life. So, like, you know, Toastmasters has been huge. Winning the championship had a really interesting epiphany. The night before the competition, Miami Beach, Florida, and it's at the convention. There are thousands of people. And I said to myself, wow, what would happen if I won this thing tomorrow? Everyone's going to have a different perception of me. Everyone's going to look at me differently, even though I'm still the same person. And that's exactly what happened. You know, because I go from like an anonymous person at the convention the following day, everyone's following me around. You know, I'm taking pictures and signing autographs, but I did not change as a person. I did not change as a person. And, you know, today, I'm truly blessed. And what I mean by that is, you know, I love my life. I got a pretty hot wife. and the thing I love about her is, you know, yes, she's very attractive, but she's very, very smart, and she's also one of the funniest people I know. She's actually funnier than I am. And she'll agree with me, see?
Because in China, they think she's an actress.
Yes. Oh, all right. Quick story. So last year, I had my biggest speaking engagement of my entire life. 12,000 people in Vancouver, the same place that they had the convention just this past year, the Toastmasters convention. So I get off stage, and they had like this little social event right immediately afterwards. So she's there, and for whatever reason, and there were I think 40% of the people there were from China. So they walked up to her. They think she's a starlet or something. So they walked past me. Keep in mind, I have been on stage. I have been on like these 40-foot screens. There's photos of me everywhere. They walk past me. They hand me a camera and they say, "Can you picture with her?" So for the next, at least 30 minutes? For the next 30 minutes, people are, all of a sudden, now they're racing. It's like, oh, who is this? Who is this? So people are handing me cameras. I was the one on stage, and I'm taking pictures of her. So anyway, that gives you an idea of the joy I have. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Maybe I want to have a follow-up question. You said be yourself.
Yes.
As we know, be yourself is easy to say, right? But
yes.
It's hard to do and especially when you are not satisfied with yourself. So how to be yourself?
Okay, so how do you be yourself?
Be better yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have to learn how to coexist with judgment. Mm-hmm. So if you cannot coexist with other people's judgment, okay, then you will never be yourself out in public. Okay? And here's the thing. Number one, not everyone's going to like you. Everyone has a judgment. Okay? So I call it the metaphor of the shoes. At home, I have these really crazy shoes. I mean, they're like, my son calls them clown shoes, okay? I mean, they're really, really long. I mean, they're just, here's something about these shoes. No one is neutral about the shoes. When I say, what do you think of these shoes? People always have an opinion. They either like them or they don't. There is no in between. And the same is true of you. People always have a judgment. So here's my philosophy. You know what? People are going to talk about me anyway. You know what? I might as well wear the shoes I want. Give them something to talk about.
They have that song.
Wear your shoes. Wear your shoes. I hope. Does that help? Yeah. And practice it in small doses. Mm-hmm. So you might give a speech, and there may be something that's just pure you. Mm-hmm. Test it and see what happens. And then the next time, test it again. You know, for example, that's how I actually went from, you know, copying a lot of speakers to like I'm completely, it's 100% Ed Tate now. This is it. Yeah, this is me. So that's my philosophy.
Well, I have a question. Sorry.
Okay, sure.
Last question. When people, like you mentioned, don't agree with you or argue with you, how do you take it?
Okay. I don't take it personally. I do not take it personally. What you think of me is none of my business anyway. And if you have a judgment against me, guess what? That says far more about you than it ever says about me. People reveal themselves when they make judgments about you. Listen to what they say. Listen to what they're saying. You get an insight into them. And I have a philosophy. I'm never going to take your crap. You know, that belongs to you. I'm going to let you keep that. I am not going to take that with you. Are you with me? Does that make sense? Now, it's hard to do. I understand that. And it's, you know, you take things personally. So there's again, get the book Rejection Proof. That's one book. Another book I'm going to recommend is called The 10X Rules by Grant Cardone. And he'll tell you pretty much what I've told you in a lot more stern language.
And what rules?
It's called the 10X Rules. 10X Rules. Okay. There is Angela Duckworth. What's the name of her book? Oh man, I can't believe I'm forgetting this. Angela Duckworth. Huh?
Is it on your Kindle?
Yes. It's not Drive.
The Grit one.
Grit. Okay, Angela Duckworth. A book is called Grit. It is also an author who is from China. It's a great book. She's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So these are books which are all about the mind. These are books about the mindset. Okay, and I'm inviting you to read books that help you strengthen your mindset. And the more you strengthen your mindset, you'll be less concerned with what other people think. Does that make sense? And therefore, when you're less concerned about what other people think, you're more likely to be who you are. Make sense? All right, cool. All right, so you're going to be number one? All right. Perfect.
I already downloaded the 2 books you recommended.
Oh, wow.